Negotiations can be interesting at times. When you get a call about a property and somebody wants to sell you the property, you go and you inspect the property, you do all your numbers, you sit at the kitchen counter, and the person will say, you know what, we saw the house on Zillow going for $250,000, Redfin showing $265,000. We even check on realtor.com. You see all these figures they got for you, and they want to get that very same price. Well, two things here left. First of all, did you pre-qualify these people? If you want to wholesale the deal, is one thing. If you want to list it, is another one. But if you want to wholesale the property, you have to get your margins right? You have to have the right margin to make this thing work. You know they had enough equity, so that's why you're there. At this point, you need to qualify them. Are they a suspect or they are a prospect? Very simple. Okay. In this case, we're not going to go head to head with what Zillow says or Redfin says, anything like that. That's pointless. Pointless. This is how I suggest you go about it. You ask them, okay, so let's review the numbers. How much is the balance on the house? And they tell you the balance is $100,000. And you know that the number for you, where you have to be, is about 170, 180. You ask them, cash in your hand, what does it take for you to do what you need to do? Now, we're not talking here about Z-estimate, G-estimate, everybody's estimate. We're talking about cash in their hand. I mean, cash in their hand. Literally, I will take my checkbook. I say, cash in your hand. What does it take for you to do what you need to do? This is powerful. This is strong right here. Okay. And they tell you, well, we gotta have to have $120,000 based on this, and some agent told us they can give us this much, that much. Tell them, look, obviously, you can see the condition of the property. Now, I don't have any problem with what is going on here. The fact that I need to fix the roof, I need to do this one, there's water damage all over the ceiling, and there's air conditioner doesn't work, all of this. That we already discussed that we're going to buy the property as is. You don't have to worry about any of that. But it comes down to one thing. What does it take for you to do what you need to do? Based on the numbers that I'm going through it, I can see I need to be at about cash to you for me to do what I need to do. I mean, I will deal with that loan. We'll get rid of that loan. But cash in your hand, $70,000. And the question is that, can you deal with the $1,000? And you say nothing. Well, they look at each other and they, well, I don't know. Well, you know what? And they talk to each other. Maybe they step out for a couple of minutes and they come back and say, you know, we gotta have to have $95,000. $95,000. We can't do anything less than that. Okay. So now you've done pretty good so far. You isolated the problem. Okay. You've done pretty good so far. $100,000 and $95,000. $100,000 you're going to deal with the bank. $95,000 is what they want. Then you ask them this. Look, if you could just walk away from this property and go do what you need to do and never have to look back at the property, at the roof, at this one, at that one, you go over all the items that needs to be repaired. What does it take? Ask him the same thing again. This time, you probably bring him down to about $85,000. Now you're pretty close. You're pretty close. And you tell him, look, obviously, there's a lot of work needs to be done. If I have to come here, bring my crew, pay all this, take all the risk, all the responsibility, especially you sell the property to me as is. But if I were to give this property to somebody else, I have to warranty everything that needs to be done to the property. In other words, I have to say all of these items work if somebody's going to buy it. And that takes 1 or 2 months of my time, my crew, to come here to work to fix the property, but you don't have any of this thing to do. Therefore, if I go through all this trouble, I should make a little bit of profit, right? And they say, yeah, I understand. I mean, let's face it, I don't do this thing for hobby. This is a lot of work, a lot of responsibility, and I have to make sure that I can manage all of these things. So you get your money, you move on and you do what you need to do, but I'm going to stay here with the problem to deal with the situation. How about $75,000? And you say nothing. They look at each other. No, 85,000, 85. It's got to be 85,000. So look, let's put this thing in paper to see how it looks like. Put $80,000. Tell them, look, let's deal with this thing. Let's settle this thing for $80,000. You got $80,000, and you can do what you want to do. Some things you can save, but look, the price of the material doesn't come down. I have to deal with all of that. Again, you take him to the problem. what you're trying to resolve and free them from those problems. This is giving value to them. This is the value you bring to the table. Look, your money has value. You're offering a solution to this thing. And at one point, they're going to say, look, $82,500, $86,000, let's call it a day. Remember the $85,000 question. Cash in your hand, what does it take for you to do what you need to do? Cash in your hand, what does it take for you to do what you need to do? And that's the bottom line, okay? If you found this video useful, you find more contents like it on my channel. We hear this from people all the time. But those little mouse clicks will go a long way to help in the algorithm. So please click the like button. Please subscribe and help yourself with all my tools linked in the description. These are tools me and my teams have developed over the years, tools I wish I had when I started in real estate. Thank you for watching and have a great day.